All right, so we just came up on a little side detour trail we're gonna do for something a little more interesting. We're gonna do some creek crossings on Onion Creek. It should take us an hour or so. So we just pulled into Lions Park, and I figured you guys would want to see this view, so I'm gonna stick this GoPro on the hood and let you guys enjoy it. We're headed to that other place that I said earlier. Welcome to Lions Canyon. Welcome to Lions Park. It should take us an hour or so, and then that'll tie us back into the, what was that plateau thing?
That is Dome Plateau.
Dome Plateau. So we'll do Onion Creek, end up at Dome Plateau, and then we're in the same area as Top of the World Trail. This whole trip is just kind of go with the flow. So I will show you Onion Creek. Check it. Okay, so things have gotten a little bit more treacherous and a little bit more serious than we had hoped, mainly because of the snow and the mud. We have this situation happening here. So we're gonna have to winch up over here. We're airing down on this vehicle. Alright, so this may not look too bad, but this is some nasty snow and ice, really slippery mud. We're gonna air way down to try to get some type of traction coming down this thing. So yeah, what was gonna be a super easy trail, because of the snow and mud, has become quite yuck. Kind of treacherous, kind of slippery. Oh gosh, I almost fell, it's so slippery. Just trying to get a game plan of what's about to happen. Yeah, so we've just reached the end of the trail where everybody else has been, and we're in fresh snow that we can no longer get up in, with nice little treacherous downhill. But we're so far in this trail that there is no turning around and going back. So, what in the world? We got you, stand by. No brakes. Brakes is when you slide. Throttle. All right, so the wind is starting to really pick up. We're winching for the second time already. Snow is bad, okay? And we have a 70% chance of those clouds dumping lots and lots of rain.
Oh my God!
See what I'm winching to?
You're okay. Yeah.
Hee-haw, hee-haw! All right, so we got through that section. This wind is really starting to pick up. We've got Henry coming up now. Hopefully he can follow my tracks and get straight in without any troubles. This trailer is proving to be a beast, but it is causing me some issues up and down these snowy trails because it does not follow. It has no power, obviously. Here we go. I am starting to feel raindrops as well.
No, this way. Yep, keep going, don't stop, keep going. Yeah, yep, keep going, don't stop. Come up here as far as you can, keep going.
Keep going right here, come down, catch that, buddy. Keep it going, you're in. Keep going. Get in the mud, far left, stay left. We are racing a thunderstorm. Oh man, my ankles are shot. So now we've reached a point where we are winching ourselves every few feet, giving you an idea how deep this snow is. Okay, yep. It's all the way up to my knees. This is terrible. We have another 10-12 miles of this. My vehicle is currently running out of gas. Woo! So I will have to tap into my reserves. I'm trying to help him carry this, but it's not helping while shooting. Did you release it?
Yeah, it's released.
Okay, so now the snow is up to my waist. Currently it's waist deep snow. Winching yet again. Oh my word. And it's starting to sleet again. All right. Turn your wheels. Yeah, so this is a whole lot of fun right here, boys and girls. So you want to come to Moab in March? It'll be fun, they say. Watch, this is fun. I ended up having to put the camera down because the rain and the sleet and the ice started just pouring in on us. It was the very first time that I had ever seen it actually lightning and thundering while snowing. It was really, really weird, but it was also extremely frustrating because the wind was so bad and it was raining so hard while we were trying to set up our tent. A lot of people have asked, why didn't we just sleep in the cars? Probably would have been better to do that. However, at the moment, you know, we were just tired, we were done, we've been winching all day long, and the seats wouldn't lean back in the car because we had so much stuff in there that we figured once we get in the tent, we'll get everything set up, we'll turn the heaters on. We had some Mr. Buddy heaters, and we knew that we would be okay. We'd already slept in it once and it was warm the night before. Well, that was a huge mistake. The tent that we were in, I believe it was actually raining harder inside the tent than it was outside, period. The wind was picking up so badly that every time a breeze would come by, it would just dump water on me. Me and Parker were so close together and in a little groove that at one point I rolled over and my face was in the water. I actually had to take my knife and cut the bottom of the tent out just to let the water run out of the tent. So needless to say, we were completely soaked. It was sleeting and snowing and raining. It was the worst imaginable conditions for camping ever. And of course, once it starts raining and sleeting and snowing and you're stuck on the side of a mountain, you don't think, hey, I should be recording all this. So I just didn't. Anyway, so the next morning we woke up. We started to winch out and do all that stuff, and we were just, at this point, we were just done with it. Everything we had was completely soaked. All of our extra clothes were completely soaked. All of our socks, gloves, everything that we had brought was completely soaked. So, of course, we were completely done. So, we had been texting back and forth on the side of the mountain using my Garmin InReach GPS system, which if we hadn't have had, the situation could have been serious. So we've been texting back and forth with my dad with that Garmin device. I told him, you know, I think we should find someone to tow us out. So he calls a tow company. They're in Moab. That's what they do. They do recovery, this, that, and the other. So we decided to just sit in the car and wait. And waiting is what we did. We waited for 4 hours sitting in the car with the engine running, just trying to stay warm, letting our socks dry out and things like that. When we finally get a text back saying, hey, the tow truck guy can't get to you, the conditions in front of you are impassable, there's nothing that they can do, and they recommended that they call. Okay, so we've officially reached the most embarrassing part of our entire trip. We are completely buried. Search and rescue is on their way. Apparently we took a wrong turn in Albuquerque, and we ended up in about 40 inches of snow, and where we're headed, it's only getting worse. We've been out here a day already. This is day 2, coming up on the night. Search and rescue is on their way because we're gonna get another foot of snow this evening. So yeah, this has turned out to be an adventurous and very frustrating trip, to say the least. What do you think? So that says it all. It took search and rescue about 4 hours to get to where we were at. They finally drove out as far as they could possibly drive. The conditions got too hard for them to pass. They unloaded their snowmobiles and took about an 1.5 to 2 hour ride on snowmobiles to get where we were at. There we were able to pack one bag, whatever we could take on the back of the snowmobile. This is at midnight, right at midnight. Pack up our stuff on the snowmobiles. All I did was grab all of my camera gear. We had a couple of guns in the car. We had to take all that stuff with us. And we went back into the town of Moab, where we then decided the next morning to hand our keys to total strangers and ask them to recover our vehicles whenever it was convenient for them. And we hopped on an airplane and flew back home. About 3 weeks later, we get our vehicles back. Everything was intact. All of our belongings are here and home. So all in all, it was a pretty terrible trip.